Happy brew year! Hey everybody, Hannah from Kombucha Kamp here, Kombucha Mama. Just wanted to drop a quick message and say that I am so excited for 2025. I know there's a lot of change and energy of change that's coming up, both from the astrological perspective, of course, from a political perspective, and as we continue our march forward through progress. And my mission and purpose has been revealed even more deeply to me during these recent times of change here at the end of 2024. At Kombucha Kamp, we went through a huge shift. Thankfully, we're able to keep our business open and growing our SCOBYs and making sure that you have access to the highest quality fermentation cultures, because that is the foundation. In fact, I was just thinking about the ancient Greek myth about Pandora's box. It was in fact a jar, Pandora's jar. And after it was opened and everything was released out into the world, there was one thing left behind, and that was hope. And from my perspective, the insight that I received is that that hope is our fermentation culture. When we cultivate culture in a jar, we are directly connecting with our ancestors. And when we put our intention into that jar, not only are we replicating the very steps and process that our ancestors took to care for themselves and their families, we are cultivating a connection to the past and a connection to hope, because as we have begun to understand, we are bacteriosapiens and we need microbes in order to function properly. And in fact, it's even brought me to questioning germ theory and really understanding that terroir, or the terrain, and that is the microbial terrain that you are cultivating inside of your body, and how important that is. And so while all of the quote-unquote evils of the world may have escaped from Pandora's box, what's left behind is this seed of culture that we have the ability to cultivate, that we have the ability to reach back into time, into the ways and techniques of our ancestors, and bring it forward here into the future, not just for ourselves in this present incarnation, but for the future, to have a legacy to pass on to our descendants and their descendants and their descendants after them. And so we continue these cycles of fermentation, these cycles of cultivating life and culture, and really leaning into all of the wisdom that fermentation has to offer us. And of course, I'm speaking broadly because there's so many different things that we ferment, and that is the true creativity and wisdom of our ancestors. Is there wasn't one fermented food or drink that everybody cultivated. There are many. It's diverse. And so I'm inviting everybody this year in 2025, happy brew year, to start brewing up your own fermented food or drink. The really cool thing about AI coming into being right now, which first of all, it's not going to go away. So we can have our feelings about it. We can feel a certain way. But what I really see is that it's going to free us up to have time. It's going to free us up from mundane tasks so that we have time to grow our own food, to invest in the things that are truly create strength from within. And that is fermented foods. It's traditional foods. It's growing your own garden, it's canning, it's preserving, it's herbalism. It's creating our own herbal support systems that can nutrify us and bring us back into homeostasis very quickly without intense interventions that might have a negative impact. So here I am, all comfy cozy in my robe on New Year's Day, sharing some of the glimmers of insights that are coming out for me. And I want to share them with you, because that is my mission and passion, is to change the world one gut at a time. I know I can't do it alone. I don't want to do it alone. That's no fun. We need to do it in symbiosis. We need to do it in collaboration. We need to do it in community. And so I'm really inviting everybody in to see the great offerings we're going to have for you at Kombucha Kamp this year. I'm really leaning back into education. And part of what this transformation has highlighted to me is the need for there to be more bacteria farmers, right? The one thing I swore I would never teach, how to be a bacteria farmer, because it is different from brewing products for consumption. But the wisdom that has been shared is it is time to bring my knowledge forth, to take it out of the secrets and to share it with other people, because the reality is no producer can make enough fermented foods to feed the entire population. The other reality is that ferments do best in small batches. And so by teaching many people to be bacteria farmers, to make their own fermented foods and drinks, to give them a potential side hustle, another opportunity to take the foods and herbs and things they're growing in their gardens, to turn them into nutrient-dense foods that can serve their communities and help create life literally inside of other people, that's exciting to me. So stay tuned for more information on our Bacteria Farmers class. We are also launching a Master Brewers course. So this is specific to kombucha and jun because they're very similar ferments. So if you are passionate about becoming a commercial producer, even on a small scale, say at a cottage food level or just at your farmers markets, or even just to share with friends and family and want to know how to scale your production, that's what we're going to talk about. But we're going to talk about it from the underpinnings. So we're going to talk about what are the foundational principles that we need to understand about our microbes, about the environments that they prefer, about how to yield the desired results we're looking for. And then when we scale, there's a whole different process that goes into that. So some folks want to make 1,000 gallons and some people want 100 gallons and some people want to do 10 gallons. And this course is going to teach you how to take that information, that foundational information, and then move it into these other levels of production. So that's the Kombucha Kamp Master Brewers Certificate course, along with our Bacteria Farmers Certification course. And then our third course is how to teach others how to brew kombucha safely. So using this again, a side hustle, a hobby, a way to create additional income for yourself, trading knowledge and skills while educating others in your community. So, the thing I love about fermentation is it is abundance in action. And if we give an organism what it needs to thrive, it will. And the same applies to us as human beings. And so we are abundance in action. We are infinitely regenerative beings. And certainly our telomeres are going to get too short and we might end up having to leave this beautiful biological spacesuit. But in the meantime, while we're here, how can we enjoy the richest life possible, the most supported life possible? And that's through fermentation. So very excited to have these multiple offerings available so that not only can you teach other people how to brew their own safely, you can also learn how to grow the cultures so that you have them to sell to other people. Of course, you can also purchase them from Kombucha Kamp. And then if you decide you want to brew kombucha for your community, we also have the Master Brewer Certificate. So these all are nested together. They work together. And I'm very excited to launch all of these in the new year. Now, also in the new year, we're writing a new book. So I'm very excited. I'm keeping it a little under wraps for now, but again, lots of great things coming forward. And of course, my big, bold, audacious dreams, which the universe, my tarot cards, my insights, the wisdom I'm receiving is all telling me that this is a year to put my bold, audacious, wildly different self out into the world and share my mission and passion, which stems from a deep love of planet Earth, of humanity, of living the best possible life we can with the cards we're dealt and with the energies we have. And we live in a really amazing time. So I'm very excited to keep putting myself out there and sharing these dreams and visions with you. I can't say I have any answers or solutions for how they're going to manifest. And in fact, I'm happy to surrender to the universe and see what exciting ride it's going to take me on instead of needing to make it happen. Thank you so much for being a kombucha camper, for leveraging our information, for being a Bubbles member and supporting our mission. And if you're a kombucha brewer member as well, that I'm still very committed to supporting the commercial industry, and I'm on the board and I'm the judge. So definitely enter your kombucha for Kombucha Cup as the head judge. I cannot wait to taste your kombucha and offer feedback. I've been drinking and enjoying kombucha for over 20 years now, and just excited to see how much more sophisticated and intricate and how much more broadly received kombucha is in the world. So if you're like me, if you're a nerd, if you enjoy your passions and pursuits, then let's keep growing together. One of my favorite mottos, we grow together, because as I grow and change, you grow and change, we all grow and change together. And I'm excited to be here on this journey with you, this kombucha journey. Of course, all the other fermented friends are invited to join us and are on this path as well. But kombucha is my gateway. It's my portal into talking about all these things. And I'm excited you're here for the ride. Mwah.